Welcome, my name is Professor Justice. Today's topic is focusing on Australia's education system, in which it states: the education system in Australia is fair and equitable, and all students are able to achieve if they just put in the same effort as others. Today, we are going to look at low socioeconomic backgrounds. We will meet a young boy, James, and take a look at how his situation influences the way he makes choices.
Hi, I am James, and welcome to my neighbourhood. I am 10 years old and live with my mum and my 15-year-old brother. My mum doesn't work at the moment, and we live off her support payments from the government. Actually, many people around here don't have jobs. My brother dropped out of school in year 10 and now works at the local shopping centre, packing shelves, if he can ever manage to get to work on time. Most mornings he sleeps in too late and calls in sick. I suffer from asthma, and our family can't really afford my regular medication, which I need. So usually at school I don't participate in physical activities. We do not own a car, so I get to school by catching a train. Every morning I see lots of business people carrying their laptops and shiny briefcases. They look successful and have the latest technology, usually chatting on their expensive mobiles and answering emails. At school, because I don't play a lot of sports, I spend lots of time in the computer lab. Maybe one day I'll be just like these successful businessmen. Then again, maybe I won't, as my family cannot afford to buy a computer and university costs a lot of money.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Smith, and I am James's Year 5 teacher. James is a quiet individual who rarely participates vocally or actively in class discussions and lessons. His attendance is affected by his health issues. He is known to have asthma attacks even at school. I have had little opportunity to discover James' motivation, potential and background due to a lack of parental involvement, as well as his low self-esteem and confidence. I can see James's potential in the area of ICT and mathematics, from his individual NAPLAN results, which were surprisingly above his age level. He usually appears confident when working in these key learning areas and involves himself, socially, with his peers who have mutual interests. He has expressed interest in working with technology in his future plans, and with his promising NAPLAN results, I have nominated him to join the CASP group, which is usually only available for older primary students at our school. I have suspicions that James may be getting bullied on his way home from school, so this after-school program could possibly be an incentive for James to avoid such situations. Our school's policy and curriculum encourages all teachers to teach students with a multicultural perspective and ensure all our students are provided with sufficient and appropriate learning opportunities. My duty of care towards my pupils encourages me to provide the adequate and equal opportunities to James, which he deserves.
Looking at James's situations, there are many factors that influence his motivation, choices, values, behaviours and attitudes in life. The most influential factors are his family, community, health, peers and school. These provide both equality and inequality in achieving his goals, educational outcomes and opportunities provided to and for him. These factors form the basis of James's microsystem. In general, the microsystem defines the relationships a child has with his or her immediate surroundings. This can be their family, community or school. How various forms of the microsystem work together form part of the mesosystem. These two systems are very closely interrelated in terms of the child's growth and development. For example, the connection between the child's teacher and his parents, community and health issues.
In respect of achieving educational outcomes, James' biological makeup, direct environmental influences such as failure in their neighborhood, and indirect influences such as the community and governments all can either negatively or positively influence these outcomes, and is dependent on the child's experiences with their environment. Positive interactions with contexts in the microsystem can promote strong emotional and social growth, which is important in cognitive, physical and linguistic development. Such negative interactions can have the opposite effect. The exosystem is classified as a larger social system. These contexts do not directly interact with the child but can have a direct impact. For example, parents' workplace, parents' social experiences and community influences. This is evident in James' life, in which his health needs are not regularly being attended to by his mother or healthcare services, in addition to a lack of disposable income directly resulting from the government's social welfare policies. These effects are caused by James's mother, who is dependent on government payments to support her family's living expenses, but not James's health needs. The macrosystem, the outermost layer of a child's environment, consists of customs, values and laws. Decisions by contexts defined within a macrosystem have a flowing effect through all the systems and thus can have a profound effect on the child's development. These factors can also affect a child either positively or negatively. Local culture and practices of James's community accepts unemployment and dependence on welfare assistance as the norm. This subject rarely gets questioned otherwise. James's older brother is a perfect example of this lifestyle choice. The local shire received limited funding and support to provide the appropriate resources for the suburbs, such as youth centres, adequately stocked libraries, and community service groups, for example, health, family welfare programs to re-educate people's views and opinions. Chronologically speaking, the community experienced a range of job choices 2 decades ago, but the local steel company closed as imported good became cheaper to buy. This had a profound effect on the whole community when jobs were lost, shops and businesses failed and further employment opportunities were limited. This occurrence has continued to affect present and future generations as well as limited the progress towards sustaining and growing a more socio-economic leveled community. Social justice in the classroom is increasing access to core learning contexts by improving the teaching and curriculum to create a climate of belonging. An example of this being evident in James' school and home life, which includes the opportunity of James participating in the CASP group. This evolved into friendships with his peers in and out of school. These particular peers have accepted his personal circumstances and have invited him to join their clique. Consequently, this has resulted in James's positive change of attitude towards school and life achievements, improved his development of social skills. In addition to receiving emotional support from his peers, next to parents and other caregivers, peers exert the most powerful influence on personal development, especially for adolescents in these forms. Equity in the classroom is a process. Teachers need to know their students' characteristics. How can we reduce risk? Teacher attitude. Use appropriate strategies and review school policies. Consider their duty of care. Develop relationships through parent involvement and accept multiculturalism. Equity in the classroom provides positive results. It gives the opportunity to change students' attitudes and beliefs in order to achieve their full potential. As teachers, we can positively influence children's decision-making and thinking. But precaution needs to be taken to ensure they are not the product of their own personal attitudes, opinions, beliefs and views. Schools should not be expected to overcome problems that society itself has not been able to overcome. Therefore, teachers and schools can provide examples and experiences derived from the curriculum and assist in making acceptances, but shouldn't be expected to overcome socially cultural issues. Through social justice and a multiculturalism, inclusive and equitable education. The objective to encourage student intrinsic motivation to learn and develop their own opinions and experiences can be easily accomplished.